Today we are going to discuss the topic multiple linear regression, which comes under a subject data analytics 4th sem second year. It comes under second unit. Before going to discuss multiple linear regression, first we should know about the simple regression, that what regression is. Regression is a study of two variables in which one variable is independent variable and other variable is dependent variable. It is used for prediction. Here we predict the change in dependent variable according to the change in independent variable. Now what is MLR? Multiple regression is a statistical method for estimating the relationship between a dependent variable and two or more independent variables. These independent variables are also called as predictor variables. In MLR, there are two or more than two independent variables, but in simple regression, there is only one independent variable. Multiple linear regression is a method for studying the relationship between a dependent variable and two or more independent variables. What is the purpose? Purpose is to predict the relationship. Here we predict the change in dependent variable according to the change in independent variable. That is how the independent variable affects the dependent variable. Dependent variable is a numerical value and it is a continuous variable. MLR produces a model that identifies the best weighted combination of independent variables to predict the dependent variable. The equation for MLR is y is equals to a plus b1 x1 plus b2 x2 up to bn xn. N is the number of independent variables here. Y is dependent variable, x1, x2, x3 are independent variables. A is regression coefficient, b1, b2, b3 are partial regression coefficient. If we talk about simple regression, then the equation of simple regression is y is equals to a plus bx, because there is only one independent variable. If we compare this equation with the equation of line, y is equals to c plus mx, where c is the intercept and m is the slope. This equation can also be compared by the equation of line, where a is the intercept and b is the slope. These b1, b2, b3 are called the b coefficient. These are the slope according to which dependent and independent variables are related to each other. Design requirements: one dependent variable, two or more independent variables. These independent variables are also called as predictor or explanatory variables. Sample size should be more than or equal to 50, at least 10 times as many cases as independent variables. These are the variations. As you can see in the red part, predictable variation by the combination of independent variables. In the blue part, unpredictable variation, and out of the blue part, that is total variation in y. If we are going to form a model in the red section, that is predictable variation, that how can independent variables can affect the dependent variables. Simple versus multiple regression. In simple regression, we have only one independent variable x and y dependent variable. In multiple regression, we have a set of independent variables x1, x2, x3, x4 and only one dependent variable, that is y. In simple regression, there is only one regression coefficient. In multiple regression, there is regression coefficient for each independent variable. These are called b1, b2, b3. R square, proportion of variation independent variable y predictable from x. In multiple regression, this coefficient of determination, R is the coefficient of determination. It is denoted by capital R square. Why? Because there is more complex situation, because number of independent variables are more. R square tells us how much of the total difference in outcome is explained by the model. How well the regression line predicts the actual values. It also shows the total percentage of impact on predicted variable by the independent variables. That is, independent variables have how much impact on the dependent variable. It shows by the percentage from the R square. For example, if the R square or coefficient of determination is 89%. Then 89% of the impact is by the independent variables and remaining 11% is by the random errors. MLR equation is y is equals to a plus b1 x1 plus b2 x2 up to bn xn. Means predicted, that is y is the predicted variable, 1 and 2 are the underscores, x is the independent or predicted variables, a is the row score equations, and b are the weights or partial regression coefficients. The output of MLR is, in this, following notions are essential for understanding of MLR output: R square, adjusted R square, constant, B coefficient, beta, F test and T test. For MLR, R square is used rather than R to assess the strength of this more complex relationship. Relationship is between the dependent and independent variables as compared to a bivariate correlation. Adjusted R square and B coefficient. Adjusted R square adjusts the inflation or increase in R square caused by the number of variables in the equation. If we are adding independent variables, it will increase the R square. It will increase the actual value of R square. So to correct this defect, we adjust R square by taking into account the degree of freedom, which decrease as new regressor are introduced in the function. As the sample size increases about 20 cases per variable, adjustment is less needed. B coefficient. B coefficient measures the amount of increase or decrease in the dependent variable for a 1 unit difference in the independent variable, controlling for the other independent variables in the equation. B coefficient is how the particular variable affects the dependent variable. This we can understand by an example like result. Result is the dependent variable, and we take independent variables like time the student given to his studies, roll number and marks. Then result has effect of marks and time more as compared to the roll number or ID. So the coefficient of roll number or ID is less than as compared to the coefficient of marks or time. Then this is the B coefficient that decides the increase and decrease in the independent variable can affect the dependent variable. The independent variables are uncorrelated, like in earlier example, if we see, roll number, time and marks are uncorrelated with each other. Controlling for one of them will not affect the relationship between the other independent variables and the dependent variables. Model building. Each predictor is taken in turn, that is, all other predictors are first placed in the equation and then the predictor of interest is entered. This allows us to determine the unique contribution of the predictor variable. By repeating the procedure of each predictor, we can determine the unique contribution of each independent variable. As in our case of example, marks or time has the more effect on the dependent variable, because by marks we can say that if it is more than 35%, the result is pass, and if it is less than 35%, the result is fail. So whole effect on marks or whole effect on result is of marks. Roll number and ID does not have any effect. Different ways of building regression models: simultaneous, all independent variables entered together; stepwise, independent variables entered according to some order by size or correlation with dependent variable in order of significance; hierarchical, independent variables entered in stages. By this we can get the effective independent variable, that is most effect on the dependent variable. F-test. F-test is used as a general indicator of the probability that any of the predictor variables contribute to the variance in the dependent variable within the population. The null hypothesis is that the predictors' weights are all effectively equals to 0. Here hypothesis is a simple proposition that can be proved or disproved through various scientific techniques and established the relationship between independent and dependent variable, implying that none of the predictors contribute to the variance in dependent variable in the population. F-test is used to test if two samples have the same variance. We cannot use F-test if three samples have the same mean. It is used when the samples have the same variance. T-test. T-tests are used to test the significance of each predictor in the equation. The null hypothesis is that a predictor's weight is effectively equal to 0 when the effects of the other predictors are taken into account. That is, it does not contribute to the variance in the dependent variable within the population. T-test is used to test if two samples have the same mean. The assumptions are that they are samples from the normal distribution. We cannot use t-test when the samples have same variance. According to the variance and mean, we have two tests. F-test is used for the same variance within the groups, and t-test is used for the same means within the groups. Thank you.